Before we start, I feel like a lot of parents search up videos for their kids, but don't actually check what they're watching, so let me make sure this is the intended audience. Parentals, this is not Special Agent OSO. This is a strange 24-year-old talking about Special Agent OSO, okay? I know it's weird, but there will be adult language, adult beverages, and jokes unsuitable for the kiddos. Alright, so now it is illegal to call me a bad influence because I never claimed to be a good influence. I claim to be under the influence.
Your video tipping the show. I do.
Butt lovers. Meet Special Agent OSO, the unique stuffed bear. He's on a special assignment to help a kid somewhere. And with help from you, there's nothing he can't do. Debatable. Debatable. I'm sorry, it's only gonna get worse from here. I actually came up with the idea for this video because this tweet made me wheeze laugh for a solid 5 minutes. So I set out to watch this entire series on Disney Plus to answer a few questions. Who is OSO? What is the organization he works for? And does he have the sex appeal that tweet claims he has? But what I found was oh so much more. Let's begin. First, let's talk about the formulaic nature of this show. We'll focus on season 1 first. So the episode always starts with OSO doing a training exercise led by either Wolfie or Dotty. And then he subsequently messes up because he forgets the advice he was just given. We then cut to a clip of a kid in dire crisis. From not knowing how to brush their teeth to learning how to make a bird feeder, usually their parents are right there, but the kids insist that they want to do it by themselves, which they don't do by the end of the episode. So like, why couldn't the parents just help them? I'm getting ahead of myself. So the agency is aware of this situation through their spy gear. Trust me, more on that later. OSO's boss, Mr. Dose, informs him of the situation through his watch. Then Paw Pilot, kinda like a Siri,
Way more on her later.
sings a song called 3 Special Steps to help OSO with the assignment. OSO goes to help the kid using those 3 special steps, learning a lot for himself as well. He goes back to the training exercise that he failed earlier in the episode, but using the advice that he got from the kid, he succeeds, and he gets 2 medals. 1 from the training exercise, and 1 from helping a kid with a basic task. Now, if you're anything like me, you have a lot of questions, such as, how could a show like this have lore?
How could you be so silly? Let's move on.
This shit is leaving me in stitches. Look at him, he's like, oh wait, I think I know this face. And he finally solves the puzzle, and look, just look. Let's talk about the stuffed panda bear of the hour, Special Agent OSO. From his personality to his shortcomings, and I swear that wasn't a jab at his height, we love short kings here, but what we don't love is carelessness that leads to endangerment. Oh my god, that's like millions of dollars in damage. That's right, as well-meaning as OSO seemingly is, he doesn't take his authority seriously. The goofiness that can only be found in a baby show, because let's be real, that's what it is, paired with him being an agent in training, has some serious implications. Crime count coming soon, but here's another mystery that has nothing to do with this criminal record. How old is OSO? He knows how to drive a car and various other vehicles, but doesn't know how to brush his teeth? Ew. The extent of OSO's knowledge of the world never fails to amaze me. I really thought he was getting better at navigating this crazy thing called life. From doing backflips with ease, cause he's genuinely jacked as hell, to parallel parking better than I ever could. I thought, damn, this guy's got life figured out. Then Paw Pilot teaches him what nostrils are. Season 2, episode 6B. Are you shitting me? Also, here's another thing that struck me as very odd. Every time the kid is doing a craft or a recipe that requires like scissors or a knife, and they have to ask for adult help, they always ask their parents or like another older family member. Why not ask OSO? He has his driver's license. The social vibes are all over the place. In season 1, episode 18A, this mother condescendingly pats OSO's head like he's a pet. I like to call this the Captain Huggy Face effect. This guy, sometimes he's in the elementary school as like a student with Becky in the 5th grade, and then other nights he's out on the town going out on a date late at night. So like,
How old is this man?
how old is this man? He also has trouble distinguishing emergencies from normal situations.
He falls out of the spaceship. He's floating out to space. He's minimizing the situation. There's no reason he should be this calm. But then he hears about this kid's wagon. And look how stressed he gets about a fucking wagon.
And his catchphrase, it's all part of the plan, more or less, is almost always said after endangering himself or the people around him. Speaking of problematic, what are digimedals if not NFTs rewarded for mediocrity? Something to consider. Let's talk more about how the agency operates.
I'm getting really fucking agitated and I haven't even made it to season 2 yet. I think this is the worst idea for a video I've ever had. I'm really channeling Eddie Burback in a Rainforest Cafe energy right now.
The agency agency OSO works for is called Unique, which I actually didn't pick up on until episode 23 of season 1, despite it being sung in the theme song. Subscribe so I can gain some brain cells, please. Unique stands for the United Network for the Investigation of Quite Unusual Events, which is just vague enough to kind of make sense. As well as helping kids, Unique also does research in deep sea and space. Throughout the series, none of their discoveries have been made public, which seems totally acceptable and not at all sketchy, wouldn't you say? There is a yacht party at the end of season 1, episode 11B, which sends me spiraling, because who is funding this organization? Is it the United Nations? How would they justify buying a yacht for the purpose of a tuxedo swimming training exercise? You know, this is why gas prices are higher when a Democrat's in office. Yeah, okay. Two key players we will be discussing now are Dotty and Wolfie, which, like I said earlier in the video, are the agents in charge of training OSO. Dotty does more space-driven exercises, while Wolfie focuses more on the sea. At first I thought this couldn't possibly be an intentional choice until this scene in the beginning of season 2.
Wow! What an incredible view! I don't get up here very often.
And it warms my damn heart. Dotty is definitely the more patient of the two. Now don't get me wrong, Wolfie is still a saint to OSO. But in season 2 especially, we really start to see him get fed up.
It's all part of the plan, more or less.
As I hope I was able to convey, OSO's colleagues embody competence and kindness 1000% of the time. That being said, this organization leads these stuffed animals to do truly strange things. More on the shower scene later. Yeah, you heard me right. I don't understand how half the shit in season 2 happened. You are not ready. Also, side note, but I totally think Dotty and Wolfie are dating, or at the very least casually seeing each other. Either way, I'm so happy for them. I saw on the wiki that a lot of people actually ship Dotty and OSO, but I do not see it. Plus, she's his superior. No thanks.
Ta-da! How's that? Ew.
Moving on to gadgets and vehicles, except for Paw Pilot, that queen gets her own section. Let's start with the gadgets OSO frequently uses, namely his multi-purpose pen, watch, and vest. The vest is activated through Paw Pilot and provides OSO with a jetpack and parachute. His watch acts as a way to communicate and get missions from his boss. Now his pen. What can't this pen do, seriously? I tried to list off all of its uses, so hopefully I didn't miss anything, but this pen can be used as a
grappling hook, suction cup, toothbrush, shovel, horn, net, golf putter, fork, laser, flashlight, lightsaber, and rope.
But weirdly enough, I don't think we ever saw it right. In season 1, episode 12B, we see the gadget room, which is top secret but can be unlocked playing the easiest game of Tetris. Here we see just how advanced the tech is. Multiple jetpacks, shutterbugs, pens. Hell, Dotty even does this, and it's never addressed. What the hell is that? We don't know. It's beyond our comprehension. Speaking of shutterbugs, that's the tech I was talking about earlier that reveals the kid's problem and their location. We usually see the shutterbug documenting what's happening, but sometimes we get this weird first-person perspective, which makes me think, what's our role in this agency? Are we part of the tech? OSO always talks to us, and we help with all of the missions, but the other characters barely address us. We're so overlooked, we might as well be called Paw Pilot. Actually, now that I think of it, in season 1, episode 11A, he points a remote at us and turns us off. Okay, so either he knows we're watching this through a TV and he's turning off our TV, or we're a robot? It is too early in this video for me to get this existential over a show made for 5-year-olds, so let's move on to the vehicles. OSO has his car and a motorcycle, Wolfie has his submarines and boats, and Dotty has her spacecraft. Land, water, space. Or air. Where's our fire agent? Let's get Avatar The Last Airbender on this shit. But anyway, simple enough, right? Let me introduce you to Whirlybird and Rapide, dude. Whirlybird is an OG, has been there since the beginning, and Rapide was actually given to OSO in season 1, episode 5A, The Boy with the Golden Gift. Whirlybird's whole gag is that he'll spontaneously drop off OSO after mishearing him. A lot of the time we'll hear OSO say, "Whirly!" all aggravated as he descends, which I think is the most wild thing, because OSO pulls this shit on everyone else, but he has no patience for Whirlybird. Okay. Rapide, the French train, however, is incredibly good at his job, even when OSO accidentally hurts him time and time again. I want to read you some of the bullet points I took about Rapide the train because I think they're incredibly funny, but before I do that, I just wanted to show you how many bullet points I took while watching the series. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I don't play around. He learned how to wrap a gift, so now he gets a train. Dude, his job job is wild, where's my train? Life isn't fair. Then I wrote, the fucking train is alive, and he's French and his name is Rapide. Why Oso did a crossover with Handy Manny and not Cars is beyond me. Wait, why doesn't his car talk? So this implies the existence of sentient and non-sentient vehicles. This is the Goofy and Pluto debate all over again.
Season 1, episode 5B, he just got this train and he almost killed him, WTF.
Well, train is one letter away from pain after all. Well, actually two. One letter would be T-Pain. Insightful? Why did I write that down? Back to the lore. Are Whirlybird and Rapide alive? Well, in Season 2, Episode 3B, we actually hear Whirlybird struggle as he tries to move a boulder. In conclusion, these bitches alive. I have more evidence, but it's in the Christmas special, which I'll talk more about later. In the meantime, here's more notable inventions we see throughout the series. Magnet shoes to walk on walls, invisible paint, camouflage paint. What's the difference? I don't know. A shrink ray, this really gross-looking sludge concrete thing, and they also gave Oso an access to a secret tunnel. Secret tunnel! Underneath major roads, which I just think is an accident waiting to happen. Actually, maybe it's for the best that we get him away from the other cars. Oh, and also in Season 1, Episode 22A, Oso says for a special assignment, oh, I need to get ice skates. Then Paw Pilot says, you already have ice skates, Oso, and the car just spits them out, and Oso looks so disturbed, and for once I'm with him on this. This show is baby Black Mirror. Perfect segue. Paw Pilot is a literal prophet. She's so powerful, she's underrated, and she knows everything that's gonna happen before it happens. I'm not joking. Before we get into the deep and disturbing, let me mention one quick thing, because during the formulaic section, I failed to mention that every time she says the special assignment codename, she also makes up an entire song about it. Pretty advanced for artificial intelligence. Well, what if I were to tell you that the intelligence is not artificial at all? In the second half of the very first episode, when Paw Pilot got dust/dirt on her, she started to cough and squint and say, hey, this begs the question, can she breathe? Things from the outside world can cause her discomfort? Can she die? Another example of Paw Pilot interacting with the outside world is in Season 2, Episode 7A, when a puppy licks her and she reacts with pure joy. And that's why she's the first metaverse influencer to me. Polar? Never heard of her. I prefer Paw Pilot. Paw Pilot, please. Puppies prefer Paw Pilot. Now for the revelation that's possibly even bigger than her being alive, her being a prophet. There is a lot of evidence to back this up, specifically in the 3 Special Steps song, as well as some of the special assignment songs. In the visuals for these songs, she shows what's going to happen before it happens. Now, this goes beyond just showing the kid that the assignment is for, because that can easily be explained away with Shutterbug. Shutterbug has already seen the kid, and the footage has been shown to us. But Paw Pilot has predicted what a kid is going to bring to show and tell before we've ever even seen his possessions. In another episode where a kid is learning how to make friends, Paw Pilot successfully predicts the friend he's going to make. Huh? I'm sorry, let me just have my moment real quick. This is the future Mark Zuckerberg wants. Also, here's another weird tangent. This has nothing to do with the prophet thing. In fact, it has nothing to do with lore at all. But I paid extra close attention to the 3 special steps for making friends, because I struggle with that. Step 1, introduce yourself. Step 2, ask them their name. Step 3, ask them to play. Hi, I'm Athena. What's your name? Sam. You wanna play? No. Oh, we're friends now.
I'm Sam. What's your name? My name's Anthony.
In the Friends episode, Paw Pilot also suggests, and I quote, here's a tip, Oso. It's easier to befriend someone that's alone. Such a nice way of her to say,
Seek out a fellow loner because they probably don't have many options.
Kind of based.
Here's a goofy, funny moment where Wolfie fears for his life.
Welcome to the Crime Count, where we tally up the victims in our favorite Special Agent Oso episodes. I think the perfect place to start is with the whole-ass satellite in the sky that detects when minuscule mistakes are made. These shutterbugs will not only film kids without their consent, but they also dox them like every single time. Look at this zoom-out shot showing exactly where they live. That's a 2-part privacy violation that happens every single episode. In Season 1, Episode 4A, Oso is charged with reckless endangerment of a horse, as well as texting and driving. Next, let me point out that he asks us to join him on every mission, and even though I say no, he brings me anyway.
Would you help me with this special assignment? Great.
That's kidnapping, 5th crime. Season 1, Episode 8A, Special Agent Oso frees a kid's bunny, PETA style. The stakes have never been higher. I'm gonna chalk this one up as animal cruelty. Parents are worried about Grand Theft Auto corrupting their kids' minds. Well, let me tell you, Season 1, Episode 8A, Oso is exhibiting reckless driving and screaming woohoo while he does it, someone can die, OSO. Season 1, episode 15B, OSO is blissfully unaware of his own mortality as he crashes his spaceship over and over and over again. Season 1, episode 16B, he shoots his own hot air balloon out of the sky. Season 1, episode 17A, he sinks a submarine. Why don't they ever scold him? How much money does this organization have? I also have reason to suspect that OSO might be high on the job.
Is it just me, or does he sound like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo here?
Oh yeah, the paw-shaped prints are mine, thanks.
Thanks. Maybe that's it. Maybe he's just always stoned and that's why he can't do anything.
This is just speculation though, so I won't count it. Season 1, episode 18A, I can't believe Oso tickled Rapide from the inside.
Oh, please stop spraying that paint, Oso. It is tickling me.
Is it safe to say that that's assault? I will tickle you eternally, and I see nothing wrong with that. Season 1, episode 18B, there's this really confusing scene where Oso gets mad at a duck for not taking him to the dock. I was completely sober watching this, but I felt off my ass. What is going on? And then he proceeded to chase the duck with his boat. I feel like he was trying to run it over. Second account of animal cruelty. Season 2, episode 8A, he, Oso obviously, broke a jet. They put another band-aid on his fourth multi-million-dollar mistake. I'm so sick of running as fast as I can. Wondering if I'd get there quick or if I was a bear. Now let's talk about the shower incident. As you can see, Oso's taking a shower on Rapide, which actually means that he lives on the train, but we'll get into that at another time. Anyway, he exits the shower, and his coworkers are staring at him as he's naked. That's a Title IX violation. Dotty and Wolfie, I expected more from you. I feel like it's important to mention that Unique has robots of their employees. Even with their consent, that's strange, right? That's concerning. Direct quote from Season 2, Episode 28B. Today's training exercise, follow Dotty without letting her see you. Oh, so stalking? It's a stalking training exercise? It's so funny because this is actual spy shit, but most of what they do is teaching kids. So, how does this apply to helping kids? I've lost track of the crimes. That cannot be a good sign.
Guys, they flinch.
So yes, despite shitting on him relentlessly, this next section is dedicated to defending Oso. The organization is beyond fucked up. There is no work-life balance. He has little to no concept of if he's doing something wrong because they baby him up until mid-season 2. And I want you to see this clip.
Oh no, we did it all wrong. The cars are upside down.
Bye.
Also,
when he viewed what he did as a failure, he completely shut down. His coping mechanism is to say it's all part of the plan and be dismissive, because when he actually views what he's done as a failure, he can't handle it. It consumes him. He feels worthless. Can you believe how relatable the show has gotten? But it makes a lot of sense because they praise him relentlessly, and that's truly his only driving force. They provide him with housing in Rapide, as seen in the shower scene and also when he was waking up from bed on the train. So even when he's home, he's at work. And plus, they don't pay him. They only pay him in praise, in digimedals. Take a look at this scene.
Is this a happy pumpkin?
I think this is a big reason why Oso can't decipher whether or not his friends are scared for their lives around him.
The frown makes it look sad.
Then why do my friends always make that face when I'm around?
So funny enough, the training actually engages me more this season. There's a lot of teamwork and it's very elaborate and fun. But when he goes to help the kids, I couldn't care less. What the fuck am I talking about?
Let's take a look at how Season 1 and Season 2 differ. The biggest elephant in the room and the biggest source of bewilderment for me is how different the humans look. They're animated in a completely different style. Now, I was gonna chalk this one up to evolution. I don't know how long these stuffed animals live for. This can be a completely different set of humans. But no, because there are some group scenes in Season 2 that show the old style. It's the strangest Easter egg ever. Hi, I'm losing my mind. I figured this out as I was editing because I was looking at them side by side. I'm like, one of them looks like a felt doll and one of them looks like a plastic doll. They're dolls, dude. They're dolls. Also in Season 2, Oso doesn't get medals for the training exercises anymore. He only gets medals when he helps the kids, further emphasizing that that's the most important part of the organization for whatever reason. And also in Season 2, before he gets the Digimedal for the current assignment he just completed, it kind of shows his roster of medals like flipping through the screen. And it's pretty cool. It makes me proud to be part of this journey.
Look at all those
Medals! In Season 2, before Paw Pilot sings her special assignment codename song, she has like a little pre-jingle that goes, Special Assignment Codename! which I think goes hard. Season 2 also has a much different tone with the introduction of 2-part episodes, continuity, character building, and now we finally see Oso's colleagues' reactions to him repeatedly being mid, as the kids say.
What the f***? Why are you f***ing here, man? You're so old. Where's your wife? Go home to your family, dude.
I wanted to mention the character development in Season 2 as well. As I mentioned, Wolfie was starting to get really annoyed with Oso's shenanigans, to the point where Oso finally apologized. Wolfie did have to put his foot down though. He's like, Oso, is there something you want to say to me? And the moment was so real. I was like, I was biting my little fingers. But not only did he apologize in that episode, it transferred over to episodes afterwards. Not all of them. There were some of them where he did shithead things that endangered people and he didn't say sorry. But the point is, he never did that prior to that episode. But from that episode on, it happened occasionally. He's working on it. Oh, and there's new characters. In Season 2, Episode 3A, Oso meets Professor Buffo, who's in charge with creating all of Unique's special equipment and vehicles. Which obviously raises the question, did you make Rapide friends alive? How the fuck are they alive? Also, side note, Buffo is just as clumsy as Oso is, and I love the scene where Oso saw Buffo acting like a fool and went, oh yeah, I think we're gonna be good friends. It's honestly weirdly wholesome and relatable. Buffo introduces Oso to many gadgets this season, including this weird white goop one, which I affectionately call Buffo's Juso. Disney's gonna take down this video, aren't they? Another new character is Musa. Now, Dotty describes Musa as the mysterious special agent Musa. Musa is the unique master of stealth and speed, and he doesn't speak to anyone. To be honest, the introduction of this character confuses me tremendously, as he's so badass for no reason. He feels like he belongs in a different TV show entirely. Now it's time for the misinformation and inconsistencies of the Special Agent Oso wiki. Only someone doing what I do would notice this. On the Special Agent Oso wiki, it says that Dotty is 33 years old and Wolfie's 28. I don't know how they would know this, but then on the Disney Junior wiki, it says that Dotty is 11? Special Agent Oso is 20, Wolfie is 20, and Buffo's 40. How would you know this? My heart also dropped all the way to my asshole when I saw that they listed so many episodes for Season 3. Like, genuinely for a second I thought I missed a whole season, and then I read From Russia with Love, Another Way to Die, and who can forget The Man with the Golden Gun? Definitely my favorite Special Agent Oso episode. I also found an entire wiki page about a banned episode. That's right, Special Agent Oso has its own creepypasta. The episode is A View to a Mouse. It came out in 2022, and let me just read this for you. It's actually wild. This episode has been banned due to how wild and frightening Dotty is. Dotty was a wild cat that frightened Oso and Wolfie, but not only Buffo. Okay. She frightened many young viewers, too. The scene that shows Dotty scratching Oso with her feet was cut. It's on Disney, not Nickelodeon. There's no feet shit. Let me read some of the quotes from the episode. Okay, Dotty, enough of this wild behavior.
Meow.
Okay? Here you go, Dotty. Some commercial love. Aw, look at all the special assignments that we did. I know, Wolfie. It's perfect. Bzz. Dotty, I think you should pay attention. Grr. Seems legit to me. I don't actually have a section for this, but I just thought it was interesting and worth sharing. So, in Season 1, Episode 14B, they were teaching this kid how to hula hoop, but they kept calling it a Hoopaloop. So I just thought that was like a regional thing, but I Googled it, and this forum message was the only thing that came up. I grew up calling the act of taking a large plastic circle and making it stay around your waist by moving your hips back and forth hula hoop. But watching Special Agent Oso this morning with my sick son, don't know why they clarified that. I'm 24, I'm watching it by myself. They were calling it a Hoopaloop. Is this a regional thing? Or is it now politically incorrect to call it a hula hoop? And then somebody pointed out that it's actually a copyrighted / trademarked name. I wonder if TV shows have the permission to use the actual term. And then somebody else pointed out that Billy Joel called it hula hoop in We Didn't Start the Fire. So it was really interesting. I Googled it thinking that a lot would come up, and the only thing that came up was, oh, in the Special Agent Oso episode, they were calling it this. Why is that? Before we get into that sweet, sweet 2-part episode, Lord, let me know in the comments if you call it a Hoopaloop. Maybe this forum just didn't reach the right people.
This is as far as I can go. If I can't get across the ocean, I won't be able to finish my special assignment. What am I gonna do?
Oso, don't jump!
The 2-part holiday special was like the unofficial Oso movie. It gets so dramatic and deviates away from the regular formula. It starts off with Oso being uncharacteristically good at his job, decorating all the trees as he's skiing down a mountain. Mr. Dose calls him up and says, this next assignment you won't be getting a Digimedal. And he goes, aw. Oso gets really freaking sad because again, remember, that's his only payment. But then he said, you'll be getting a special holiday present, and Oso practically shits bricks. He's so hyped for this. As he's trying to share his enthusiasm with Wolfie and Dotty, they kind of blow him off a lot, which is classic trope. They're clearly setting up a party for him at the end.
I would say spoiler alert, but like, you know that's what's coming, right?
Usually Paw Pilot's the only one that sings, but Rapide all of a sudden has an entire song about his family. Rapide has a family! I repeat, Rapide has a family! During the song, they even showed Rapide's baby pictures. My brain hurts. We then see 3 different shutterbugs capture 3 different holiday dilemmas. A girl needs help celebrating Christmas, a boy needs help celebrating Kwanzaa, a boy needs help celebrating Hanukkah. At this point, Mr. Dose requests to see Special Agent Oso in person. And Oso even says, oh, I've never seen Mr. Dose before. So there's this huge build-up, and then he just looks exactly like how he does on the watch, but on a bigger screen. Mr. Dose is a robot. The world is run by robots.
Squidward, the robots are running the Navy! Not the Navy!
Also, like, how have you never seen your boss before? Mr. Dose told Oso that one of his shutterbugs caught something, Wolfie's shutterbug caught something, and Dotty's shutterbug caught something, but Wolfie and Dotty are busy, so Oso needs to help all 3 of these children. Up until this point, I didn't know Wolfie and Dotty helped kids too, and I feel robbed. I want to see their adventures. What the fuck am I talking about? Oh my god, I'm too deep in this. In a depressing turn of events, it's revealed that Oso doesn't have a family.
I'm a special agent, so I don't really have a family to spend Christmas with.
I didn't know. You didn't have a mom.
The reveal of that was also insane. He says, I'm a special agent, so I don't have a family. What does that mean? Were you created by Unique? I knew that organization was sick, but I did not fathom.
They created sentient teddy bears to do their bidding.
When Oso gets back from his 3rd and last mission, he's so excited to celebrate with his friends because he realizes, oh, my friends are my family. So when he gets back and he sees no one there, he gets very sad, and Paw Pilot's like, well, I'm here, and they have 0.2 seconds of that sweet moment of like, I appreciate you, Paw Pilot, to like Wolfie and Dotty are coming in, but it's just foggy so they can't say. It's almost like Oso's like, oh, thank God, my real friends. Paw Pilot is disregarded so much. The episode ends with Oso celebrating all the holidays with all the kids he helped. Even some kids from season 1. It was really sweet. He remembered them all by name, and they hung up little ornament versions of the Digimedals on a tray. It was a wonderful holiday special. I just don't understand why Paw Pilot doesn't get more recognition. Like, she helped these kids just as much, if not more. I want to talk about the Handy Manny crossover, but first, before we do anything, I have to acknowledge that the voice actor for Handy Manny is a shithead. Breaking news, we don't stand someone pushing 30 going out with a high schooler. Fucking ew. It was a very strange and forced crossover, and it's hilarious to me because like my generation's first introduction to a crossover was the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour. My sister actually told me that this was her first crossover she ever watched. I didn't even know it existed. I wrote they just met Oso and they're willing to trust the Frankenstein monster that is Whirlybird, bro. The whole lesson that was learned from Manny and his friends was that Oso shouldn't be afraid to ask for help because the entire episode he was overconfident. Remember that I said that. Also, the ending was so strange. All of a sudden it just switched to like this sepia tone and freeze frames, and me and my sister were waiting for it to say like in memory of blah blah blah. It seemed very somber. The songs and the way they presented those songs were just out of left field. And for your viewing pleasure for the series finale, we did a watching blank drunk. The ending actually killed me. You're gonna want to see.
Athena, I'm so proud of you. You got a drink?
I read a little bit of the description. I really wish I wasn't spoiled on this, but since I am, you all will be. Oso, Dotty, and Wolfie are shrunk to miniature size? Is this gonna deviate from the formula we all know and love? Well, I love. I think you're like indifferent and or annoyed.
Listen up, Oso. For today's training exercise, you'll need to jump your special agent car off the dock and land on Wolfie's submarine in the lake.
Ooh. Why? Why would they do that?
I haven't seen much of this show, but I do know that Oso is incompetent.
And I have seen a lot of this show, and I know that Oso is incompetent.
Why are they making him do this? They're setting him up for failure.
After all, you are a special agent in training. Well, it seems like I'll always be a special agent in training. Maybe I just don't have what it takes to be a real special agent. Sure you do.
They're so condescending. That was Wolfie was like, Yeah, buddy.
Sure you do.
You need to have some confidence.
I feel like he's always confident. Like, I feel like this is the one time he showed a little bit of self-doubt. Like, I don't mean to say that you should validate his insecurities or anything, but they're like, oh my god, you're always talking about how you can't do anything. This is the fucking first time I've heard of it.
Yeah, he needs like a little bit less confidence.
This is healthy. What
like...
he's doing now is healthy. I don't expect his friends to, again, be like...
Yeah, you're right. Give up.
But like...
I mean, after a certain point...
Shush, Ben.
The gadget lab. I have something bigger to show you.
Oh my god, he was really hitting those TikTok cosplayer things. I got this something big to show you.
If something stays small for more than 1 hour, it stays small forever.
Stakes. Establishing stakes.
Be careful also, it is still a real...
This is honestly the craziest sequence I've ever seen in my life, but I'm not trying to fuck with Disney, so just imagine like a big chain of events, right?
Oh, it's just keeps getting worse.
And then Wolfie and Dotty get sucked into this cleaning machine.
They're so fucked! Wow. They're never getting out of this one.
Pilot, what are my 3 special steps for saving Wolfie and Dotty? So, it really is all up to me.
This is a unique situation for Unique. Because that's the name of the organization. I would be shitting bricks if I was everyone else right now. I'd be like, oh my god, it's up to Oso. And he gets no help. Welcome to the real world, buddy boy. I guess we might have to help him. So let's like really participate.
Oh, gosh.
3 special steps?
That's all you need.
Oh, not the song-a-logging.
Oh my god.
Not song-a-logging. Do not, and you'll succeed. Special assignment is starting now, and you're the only one who can show us how.
Step 1.
Find Wolfie and Dotty.
Wolfie and Dotty?
Yeah. Do not give him a digi-medal at the end of this. I'm here to save you, get wrecked, bitch.
You think Oso will try to rescue us again?
One thing about that little yellow bear, he never gives up.
Wolfie's like, well, I wish he would. Well, I wish he would. I'm gonna say it. I don't think they should have succeeded.
It would be kind of fun if for like the rest of the season, they're just really tiny.
That would just be so confusing for the people who haven't seen this episode. They'd be like, wait, why are they so tiny? Why does Oso look like a little ant in comparison to the children?
He's literally like riding on the ladybug thing.
Repeat isn't needed anymore. What? Sorry, Oso, I can't hear you. You're so small.
You're now a real, unique, special agent. I am? Does this mean...
That's right, Oso. Now that you're a real special agent, you won't need my help anymore.
Fuck that. Fuck, I don't want to live in a world. I don't want to live in a world.
Athena has lost her chair privileges for the rest of the video.
That made me upset.
Bye, Pilot. Thanks for everything.
My pleasure, Oso.
Thanks,
This is frickin' weird.
Yeah, wait, I feel like this might be out of order. Like, what would the next episode even look like? This is the series finale. Why would Disney Plus put their own show out of order? Wow, he really said bye to Paw Pilot like it was nothing, huh? I really hope you enjoyed this video, essay butt lovers. A lot of time and love went into this, and I hope you loved it as much as I did. Have a great day. Stay safe out there. Always question the man, even when that man's a robot. Bye!